Hi, this is Wilderness Surviving to Thriving, and today we're going to talk about garlic mustard. Now, garlic mustard was brought here by the Europeans as a for a culinary purpose. It was also used to prevent erosion in certain areas. Now, we'll start with identification. You can see what it looks like. At first, when it first starts off, it's just kind of like leaves, like I guess like this or so, more rounded, I guess. And it's just a group here. In the first year, I don't even think it gets to stalk like this. It just stays kind of small like that in a little cluster down here. So it'll be, several of these things together like that. But that's what it looks like. And the early spring is a good time to eat it. It's very good at that time. But anyways, you can see here also identification. It has little flowers here, as you can see. This pops up in May, I believe. It'll stay like this for I think May and June, I think. But and the leaves. Let's go back to the leaves. The leaves have like little teeth here, as you can see. So it's a heart shape, or it's a kidney shape, as they say. I'd say it's heart-like. And let me just see here where it grows. I see this growing. It grows in the sun a lot, but it also grows kind of like toward the edge of the woods. I see it in the middle of the woods, but it's normally where sun is just breaking through. So it does like a little bit of sun. It can tolerate what I think it can. I'm just going off of experience. I didn't read this information, but it can tolerate some shade, I believe. But you see it on the side of the road is a perfect place to see this. But like I said, you don't want to eat this stuff right off the side of the road because they could spray for mosquitoes, or there could be chemicals there or whatever. So you gotta be careful of that. But this is just the description of it. How high it is, I don't know. They can get to 3 feet tall, maybe a little over that. A yard or so, a meter, or whatever you want to say. I guess that's how big they are. And this is May right now, so you can see how tall they are. These things really stay, all summer long, and I see them in the fall sometimes too, I think, if my memory serves me right. But in the fall, toward the end, they kind of wilt a little bit, and I'll get into that a little bit. Another way of identifying it is by its smell. So you just pick a leaf off here, just kind of, crumble it up, get it all nice and wet here, and then take a sniff. It smells, well, guess what? Like garlic mustard, they say. So it's a pretty strong odor. So that's another way of identifying it. So we'll continue on. What's edible on this plant? Well, basically everything is. I haven't eaten everything on it, but like the stalk and the roots I haven't tried yet. I don't know if the stalk's edible or not, but I'll have to look that up. But anyways, the edible parts I know are the leaves, which is right there. And we have the roots. The flowers are actually edible, and the seeds are edible. So the majority of this is edible. Like I said, the only thing I don't know about is the stalk, but I'm sure you could probably eat that too. I'll have to look that up. But anyways, let's move on here. So what do you put this in? You could just chop this up, put this in salad. You can dry it out, use it like seasoning. You can make sauces out of it, like pesto. You can put it in mashed potatoes, put it in soup. Anything you flavor something with, you really can put this in there. Spice up your salad. It's good stuff. Just take a nibble when you're out there. Make sure you know what this is. My disclaimer, here it goes. Make sure you always are 100% sure you know what you're eating before you put it in your mouth. Consult a local expert always. But just try it out. It tastes good and everything. I gave this to my my mom this weekend, and she says she's going to use this in her cooking next time. So, check that out. But you can eat it raw, or you could cook it up. Like I said, the best time to eat most plants and everything is when it's younger. It doesn't have that bitter taste. A lot of things have a bitter taste when they get older, or more mature. So at that point, you can blanch them, you can cook them, to take out the bitterness. Like in basically hot weather, when summer comes, the hot weather will give it a bitter taste. So you can cook it at that point if it's not palatable for you. So like I said, let me see, what else do I need to cover here? Oh, health benefits. Let me just say one other thing before I go into health benefits. The roots, I heard, like I said, I haven't tried the roots yet, but the roots I heard it tastes like horseradish. It has a spicy taste to it. So there's lots of things you can do with that, but I'll get into some of that in a little bit. Health benefits. Now I had to look up health benefits. I just know the taste of these things and I know how to cook them up, but as far as health benefits and all that kind of stuff, I have to go online to figure all that out. But it has a lot of A and C, these plants, which is good. It also has some E and some traces of B, they say. It has potassium, calcium, manganese, iron, copper, omega-3 fat acids. I don't know. This is some stuff I read. Like I said, I don't know how accurate this stuff is. I don't know how to test for that kind of stuff. So, but it has a lot of other things that I'm not going to mention. It's also some health benefits. It's good for excellent for weight control, which I probably need some of this stuff, but that's all right. The camera adds 50 pounds to me. I'm really skinny. I just look fat sometimes because the camera adds the weight. But anyways, improves heart health, lowers cholesterol, thins the blood, may help. It says may help prevent cancer. Like I said, they haven't done enough study on these things. Strengthens the immune system. It's a diuretic, just like dandelion, which I just did, I guess. Sometimes has been used for gangrene. That's kind of cool, and ulcers. So, in other words, is the gangrene. That's some pretty nasty stuff. I saw movies and documentaries back in the Civil War. So this stuff can treat that, man. Help you not lose your leg. That's pretty cool stuff, if you ask me. And so it has the juices to the leaves. I just did this. It kind of has like moisture to it and everything. It's really, bacteria doesn't like that stuff, so it stays away from that. So that's probably what the disinfectant is. So it heals wounds, so that's pretty cool. Also, with this, the roots, they say you can harvest them in the spring and the fall, even, when the leaves are kind of dying, I guess, you can harvest it then. And you can make like a rub, heat it up, make like an oily rub, and you can put that in your chest, because it has, like I said before, it's spicy. So, that can help you with, what did they say it was? Bronchitis, I believe they said, and probably some other things that you guys know of. But anyways, what else? Oh, bug bites. I've never used this on the bug bite. I didn't think about it. I use other things out there that are readily available out there, but it prevents the itchiness and stuff like that if you have a bug bite, or maybe even a bee sting, I guess. But you can just put that on there, and it can help you with that. So I think I covered just about everything. Let me just give you a quick look. Let me just, it grows in like clusters like this. It's all over my yard here, but you can see, I'm just trying to give you a better view. And it grows in, this is right on the side of my driveway, which I said it grows on the roadside. You can see over here. It grows everywhere. You've seen this stuff everywhere. And this is just my yard. So, another one there. And then, this has more sun over here. And you can see they're all over here, And you can see they're kind of in clusters. And sometimes they're, separate, but you can see them everywhere, So, but anyways, that's the garlic mustard. Like I mentioned before, you want to harvest this stuff, earlier in the year, early spring. You can see here, once it flowers here, it becomes more bitter. You still can eat it at this stage, but it's better tasting and has more of a spicy, garlicky taste when it's, smaller. When it first pops out of the ground, it's something like that, maybe it looks something like this. I don't have really anything to compare it to. And then later on, it has like more teeth to it, more pronounced teeth. Maybe the end's a little, longer, I guess. But like I said, I'm going to use this in my salad tonight. I'm going to use this to make pesto and stuff like that. So I'm going to pick these, but it's better when they're younger. I just missed that opportunity. But anyways, this is an invasive species, so you can harvest away. Go anywhere and pick this. Technically you could pick this from a national park and be okay. You should ask them first, I guess. But it's an invasive species, like I said, from Europe, And so go ahead and harvest away. Go ahead and give it a shot. Try it in different things. Pesto here is very good with that, so I'm going to try to make it that. And other than that, this is Wilderness Surviving to Thriving, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.